Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I made an 11 by 17 inch poster. Now in this tutorial I'm going to show you how I created this 11 by 17 inch design in Microsoft PowerPoint. I'm not going to be printing it out. I will walk you through the printing steps on my computer, but I'm not going to print it out because I've already printed it. So if you want to learn how to make this design, this is a 11 by 17 inch. This is on glossy photo paper and it is very shiny. And you can also, if you don't have the glossy photo paper, I ordered that off of Amazon. It's some Epson 11 by 17 inch paper. You can also do it on just plain cardstock. Okay, so either way will work. I got one for his room and one for the door. So he'll probably put the glossy one on his door and this one in his room for my grandson. But this is what I'm going to be showing you how to make this design. Now, once I show you how to make this poster, you don't have to make this poster. You can make a completely different poster. But this is just to show you how to create a poster really nice and easy in Microsoft PowerPoint and not have to worry about size restrictions or cutting something out and then pasting or gluing it to your cardstock later. Okay, so without further ado, everything I'm going to be showing you is in the system. I'm going to show you the settings that I use to print it, and then yeah, that's it. All right, so the only thing I will not do is actually physically print it out. Okay, but everything else I'm going to walk you through how to design it step by step. All right, and everything you're going to need besides the cardstock is Microsoft PowerPoint. That's it. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, here we are inside Microsoft PowerPoint. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to resize our slide to portrait, and we're going to do it 11 by 17. So you're going to go to design in your menu here, and you're going to come over to the right to slide size, choose custom slide size, and you're going to change this to custom, and we want to make it 11 in width, 17 in height, and you want to make sure the orientation is on portrait and that you only have one slide. Okay, doesn't matter about the notes, handouts, and outline because we're not going to be utilizing that. Hit OK, and then you want to select ensure fit, and this is what your screen should look like. We're going to get rid of this, so we're just going to right click, select layout, and choose blank. Okay, and now we have our 11 by 17 slide size in Microsoft PowerPoint. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on Insert in the menu, Pictures, and Online Pictures. And let me make sure I am connected to the internet because my computer may have rebooted. All right, it is rebooting now or logging in. All right, and we're going to type in Kobe, K-O-B-E, and enter. And I'm going to select the same three images from my poster. So I'm going to select this one, and this one. Okay, so I have three selected. You can tell they're selected because there's a red outline on each one. And then on your insert button, it tells you you're inserting 3 photos. So go ahead and select insert. Now, once your images come in, You do just click in the gray area because otherwise you will have all three of them selected. And what we want to do is just move Kobe over to the right, away from our slide, and we're going to delete all the information out here about who created the image, blah, 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 because I'm just using this for personal reasons. So I don't need that. In addition, if you don't delete these, they will be a part of your project if they're sitting on your slide, okay? And the reason I put Kobe in first or added him to my slide is because I want to choose the colors from his uniform, okay? So the next thing you're going to do is select Insert from the menu. You're going to select a shape. We're going to go with the rectangle, and you're just going to click and drag to the right to cover the entire slide. And once you get the entire slide highlighted or selected, you can let it go. Don't worry about the fact that it may have came in a different color. We're going to change that now. All right. So you want to go ahead and you want to click on your rectangle, and you can right click and select Format Shape. And you're going to come over to, you're going to have three options here. We're going to select the fill, or it's going to default to the fill and line. We're going to select fill and line. And you want to make sure that you choose no line, because you don't want a line going around the outside here. You want it seamless. And then we're going to select gradient. Okay. Now, what we're going to be working with is, you can see I have four little gradients here. These little things look like little arrows pointing down. They're gradient stops. And I only want three of them. So I'm going to click on this last one and then click on the one that has an X on the very right, and that's going to delete it. So now I only have three gradients, okay? And that's what you want, is three gradients. So a couple of things I want you to do here is your type should be on linear. And your direction, we're going to be changing that to center here in just a moment. Let's see. Maybe my radial. Okay, we're going to go with radial instead. So you're going to select radial, and then your direction is going to be center, from center. So it should look like there's like a little ball, you know, glowing in the middle of your slide. So radial, direction should be center, from center, and then you should have three gradient stops, okay? The first one we're gonna leave on white, okay? And we're gonna leave this one right where it is in the 0% position, okay? The next one we're gonna select, and we're gonna make this one gold. And to get it the gold in Kobe's uniform, we're gonna click on the gradient stop and come down to color, select the drop down arrow, and select eyedropper. And then we want to just pick that gold color from his uniform. And you can go with whichever gold you prefer. You know, I'm going to go about there. Okay, so there's the gold. And change the position to 47%. So what you're going to do is you can either use the up arrow to make it 47, or you could type it in. But since it was already at 45, I just used the arrow up, okay? Next, we're going to click that last gradient stop on the right. And again, we're going to click on the color drop down arrow and select eyedropper. And this time we're going to select the purple color from Kobe's uniform. Okay. And we're going to change the position to 57. So you can see how I highlighted the number, and now I'm just going to type in 57. Okay. So this is what your screen should look like. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to insert our text. So you can put whatever you like. I'm going to be doing insert text box. You're going to click and drag to the right. And again, I'm just going to type in Jay's room. It's going to look really, really small, but that's okay. We're going to blow it up here so you can see it in a moment. So it's there. And if you click, you'll see 6 dots going around it. Okay. So I'm going to be using a font here. I'm going to select the drop down arrow. And the font that I'm going to be using for the Jay's room is called Amasis MT Pro Medium. So it is this font right here. Now, if this one doesn't come up for you in Microsoft PowerPoint, just go to defont.com and download it because I'm pretty sure that's where I got it from. And we're going to go ahead and bring it up in size so I can kind of see the outline there. And then when you click on the color, you can use the recent colors that we just inserted, which was the purple and the gold from his uniform. And I'm just going to click on gold. So now we have Jay's room. And then right next to where you would select the color, you have the left align, center, and right align. We're going to center his name. Okay, so this is what your screen should look like. And now that we have the name highlighted, we have the color that we wanted and all that good stuff, we're going to go to Shape Format in the menu. And we're going to click on Text Effects. And we're going to select ABC Transform. We're going to come all the way down. And we're going to use the one that says Inflate. Inflate. Okay. And that's what it's going to look like. So it kind of makes that J, the letters start small, then go big, and then go back small. Inflate. Okay. Then, excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to insert text in, insert text box, and I'm going to come here and just type in capital letters KB for Kobe Bryant. And then I'm just going to highlight that. And again, I'm going to use that Amasis MT Black. I'm going to make this one, I think I'm going to go purple. So from the recent colors, I'm going to choose that purple. And then I'm going to increase the size here and center it. So now we have the Jay's room and the KB. And again, I'm going to highlight the KB. I'm going to go to Shape Effects, not Shape Effects, but Shape Format, and select again Text Effects, come down to ABC Transform. And again, I'm going to be using the Inflate so that it kind of gives that kind of small on each end and then big in the middle. We're halfway done, guys. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to insert the Black Mamba. So again, we're going to go Insert. We're going to click on Text Box, and we're going to click and drag at the bottom. Now, I did all of the Black Mamba in capital letters, so I'm just going to type that here. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to select the gold from recent colors. So now you can see it. And then I'm going to increase the size, and I'm using 96, and I'm going to choose the B for bold. And then we're going to center. Okay. Now we want to go ahead and do our shape format again. We're going to go to Text Effects, come to ABC Transform, and again, we're going to use that Inflate. So now we have our Black Mamba. It's centered. You can see like a little red dashed line going down the middle. That's to let me know it's centered. And there we have that. So the only thing left to do is just go in and add Kobe on the screen. Now, when you're sizing, you always want to make sure that you either drag from the top left or right or the bottom left or right. Do not drag from the middle of the top, bottom, or sides, okay? This will help to keep your proportions good. And we're gonna right click and say, bring to front. And that way Kobe will come to the front of the design. And again, we're gonna right click and say, bring to front. And we're gonna size him down. Now, if you don't wanna use the 3 Kobe's, you don't have to. You can just put 1 on the screen and that will be perfect. So we're gonna move this just a tad smidge over. I meant to go the other way because I wanna make sure I got all of him on the slide. And then we're going to take the last one, right click, bring to front. And I know I'm going to have to size him down already. So I'm going to size him down. I'm going to go back and get my KB because it's a little bit too big. So we're going to make it a little bit smaller so that we can get all of Kobe on the screen. And there you have it. There's your poster design. Now, you do not have to group this together. What I will tell you is it's best to always go ahead and duplicate your slide. So I'm going to right click and select duplicate slide. And you can always have this top one to be your template. And then you would design anything after number 1. Always leave 1 as your template so you don't have to start over. Okay. So if you wanted to change the colors around, let's say you wanted to go with gold in the background, purple in the back, I'm going to show you how easy it is to do that. So we're going to come right here to gradient. We're going to click on the gold stop, and we're going to change that to purple. And then we're going to click on the purple one, and we're going to change it to gold. And gold. And purple. What am I doing? Okay, let me make sure I have it. I didn't even have it selected, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to go back and we're going to click on the gold, and we're going to change the gold to purple. And we're going to change the purple to gold. I didn't have the slide highlighted. So there we have it. And then you can make and change the wording here. I'm going to click 1, which is this one, and then I'm going to hit shift on my keyboard and click the bottom half here. And then I'm going to go to the color here, and I'm going to select the purple. So just that easy. We just changed that color scheme. Okay. Now, the other thing I'm going to show you, you can right click and duplicate the slide. And what I'm going to have you to do now is to, let's see if we can get all of him. We're going to click on each Kobe. So I'm going to click on the bottom one first. I'm going to hit shift on my keyboard. I'm going to click on the next Kobe and the next one. And then I'm going to right click and say bring to front. Just like that. And the only thing we did not get is this little baby back here. So hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can get the KB. It's a little awkward. So I'm going to select them all. I got all of the Kobe's highlighted and the KB, and I'm going to right click and bring to front. Now you can go in to insert picture online. I'm going to type in basketball. And then I'm going to select a basketball to put on my screen. And I'm just going to bring it up to the top here. And then I'm just going to drag it to make it larger. Let me get rid of the artist here. And again, I'm just going to make it big enough to where it's nice and centered there. All right, so I'm going to click on the KB and say bring to front. For some reason, it didn't keep my bring to front. All of them I'm going to click on bring to front, including Kobe down here. Bring to front, and then I'm going to move everything back over. So you can also do the basketball. All right, so now I've shown you 3 designs that you can use, all from the same words, Black Mamba, use whatever name you want to put here. But I've given you 3 different designs really quickly, and I did not start over for the last 2. I just started from where I was, okay? So that is how you can create an 11 by 17 poster in Microsoft PowerPoint and not have to worry about the size restrictions. And if I was going to print this out, I probably would make that KB, move it over a little bit so it's not on this line so that it'll show a little bit better, but I'm just doing a visual here, so I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah, you can do any design you want to on this 11 by 17. Now, my personal feelings is that it looked better on the glossy photo paper. If you don't have glossy photo paper 11 by 17 and a printer that will print 11 by 17, um, you can also make it smaller. So maybe the next tutorial I'll do 8.5 by 11 because I know some people don't have the larger sizes. Okay. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I want to thank everyone that is currently subscribed to my YouTube channel and following me on my Facebook. Thank you guys so much for the love and support that you show. And if this is your first time seeing one of my tutorials and you like my method of teaching, then please also like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have over 300 tutorials on my channel. You can go to the playlist to see the different grouped components of tutorials I have out there to make it easier for your search. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you would like to join my Facebook group, it is Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters. It is a private group, so if you would like to join us, you do have to send a Facebook group request to Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters. And that's it, guys. I hope that you guys will try this and let me know what your ones look like, especially if you're my Facebook group. If you'll post your posters to let me see how great a job you did. And by no means do you have to copy what I did, make it your own. Okay. All right, guys, that's my story. And as always, my motto is each one reach one so that each one can reach one. And you guys have a great day. Oh, guys, I did say I would show you how to, or what print settings I use. So I'm going to go back to my slide here and I'm going to click on File, Print. And we're going to say I'm using the HP OfficeJet Pro 7740, so that's selected. And the first thing you want to do is change your settings here. Use that drop down arrow and select Print Current Slide. And then you're going to come back to Printer Properties. And we're going to change this paper quality to tabloid. So if you don't have anything that says 11 by 7 in the size for your printer, choose tabloid. Your printer, I'm going with my main, tray 2, because that's where my large paper is. And I'm changing the paper type to other glossy inkjet paper. I want this to print its best for the print quality, and I want borderless on. I'm going to click on OK, and you're going to see the changes show up here on the slide preview. Hit OK. Yes. Now you can see that it has minimal border on there compared to what it had at first. And then you would just click on print. Okay. That is what I use to print out my 11 by 17. Since I don't have an 11 by 17 number setting, I always choose tabloid. And you don't have to mirror or anything if you're doing just a poster. But those are the settings. I forgot all about that, and I was getting ready to upload this tutorial and forgot that I was supposed to show you the settings, even though I'm not going to hit print because I've already printed this out. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much and have a great day.